churro.
I know, I've heard of this. People have commented about this. And I am like, and BoJack delivers a eulogy out of
Is it churro, like little saucy lady churro, or churros?
I don't know. But this is people have said I cannot wait for this
one.
episode.
Oh, well, okay. Well, here we go, I guess.
I don't know if I'm mentally prepared. I feel like I'm like on a verge of like a big cry attack, and I've been trying to hold.
No.
I know. I feel like you are too.
I know. Well, that last one.
I know.
Yeah.
And then obviously just with
Yeah.
driving and
Well, there you go.
Raising anxiety like that. But God, all right, guys. Well, we're here. We're gonna see what happens.
We're gonna free churro. Free churro.
I don't know. We'll just get into it.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. I don't know. It's so BoJack delivers a eulogy at a funeral.
We have no idea what's about to happen except for BoJack delivering a eulogy.
Whose funeral? Who's dead?
Who died? Oh my god.
Why would BoJack be the one?
Because he's a celebrity. He can do that.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got Patreon. The links are in our description box below if you'd like to support us there.
Yes.
But that's it.
Don't forget to leave a comment, and subscribe.
All right.
Is that BoJack?
It is.
Little BoJack. Without a sweater.
Yes, I see you. Get in.
Can't talk.
Dad.
Your mother discovered that not only had she not made me lunch, which is a meal I need in order to live, but she'd furthermore locked herself in the bedroom to weep. Now, it's one thing for a woman to weep, but when they do it at such a volume you can hear it through the door, that's when you know they're doing it just for the attention.
Oh
Anyway,
my God.
I was able to cobble together a sandwich for myself, so I'm the real hero of the story.
You were so your dad, BoJack.
Yeah.
Days, I can't concentrate because my idiot child is blasting the television, and it suddenly dawned on me. Hot cock on a rock, she never even picked up the little noise and snot factory.
Oh my God. This is scary.
Now, the whole day's shot, all because of you and that brittle wisp of a woman you made the mistake of making your mother. No, it's not her fault. She's doing the best she can, after all. It's just that you can't depend on women. You can't depend on anyone.
Oh, is that the last? I'm so scared they're gonna get.
A crash or
Yeah.
something, I know.
That's what I learned when I had to make my own sandwich. You can't rely on other people, BoJack. It's good for you to know that.
I know.
And she's a good mother for
And
teaching
I
you.
just saw an accident, guys, so I'm having a lot of anxiety.
You're actually very lucky. Thank you.
Oh.
Girl.
I know.
But when this girl at the Jack in the Box asked me if I was having an awesome day, I thought, well, today I'm actually allowed to feel shitty. Today I have a good reason. So I said to her, well, my mom died. And she immediately burst into tears. So now I have to comfort her, which is annoying. And she offers me a free churro with my meal. And as I'm leaving, I think, I just got a free churro because my mom died. No one ever tells you when your mom dies, you get a free churro. Anyway, I'm sorry. That's not part of the... All right. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Here I am, BoJack Horseman, doing a eulogy. Let's go. Hey, piano man, can I get like an organ flourish? Nicely done.
Are we at a baseball game?
The right accompaniment today. I guess it's a good thing my mom was an organ donor. What happened to the organ? Okay, why don't you just leave the comedy to the professionals, okay? This is a funeral, sir, for my mother. Could you show a little respect?
Oh my God.
No, I'll take it. Beatrice Horseman. Who was she? What was her deal? Well, she was a horse. She was born in 1938. She died in 2018.
Oh, that's my dad's
One time she went to a
birth
parade,
year.
and one time she smoked in a- Really makes you think, though, huh? Life, right? Goes by, stuff happens, then you die. Okay, well, that's my time. You've been great. Tip your waitress. No, I'm just kidding around. There's no waitress. But seriously, that's all I have to say about my mother. No point beating a dead horse, right? So,
Oh my God.
you know what? I don't know. Mom, you got any ideas? Nothing to contribute? Knock once if you're proud of me. Can I just say how amazing it is to be in a room with my mother and I can just talk and talk without her telling me to shut up and make her a drink? Hey, Mom, knock once if you think I should shut
Is
up.
anyone even there?
No?
Don't know.
Sorry about the closed casket, by the way. She wanted an open casket, but, she's dead now, so who cares what she wanted? No, that sounds bad. I'm sorry. I
Oh my
think
god.
that if she could have seen what she looked like, Dad, she'd agree it's better this way. She looked like this. Kind of like a pissed-off toy dinosaur. Corner couldn't get her eyes closed, so now her face is forever frozen in a mask of tremendous horror and anguish. Or as my mom called it, Tuesday.
Oh my god.
Tuesday. My mom called it Tuesday. Hey, Mom, what'd you think of that joke? You like that?
Oh my lord.
For months, I saved up for this jacket. But when I finally had enough, I went to the store and it was gone. They just sold it to someone else. But then, on the day of the talent show, my mother had a surprise for me. She had bought me the jacket. And even though she didn't know how to say it, I knew this meant that she loved me. Now that's a good story about my mother. It's not true, but it's a good story, right? All I know about being good, I learned from TV. And in TV, flawed characters are constantly showing people they care with these surprising grand gestures. And I think that part of me still believes that's what love is. But in real life, the big gesture isn't enough. You need to be consistent. You need to be dependably good. You need to do it every day, which is so hard. When you're a kid... My mother did not go gentle into that good night. She went clawing and fighting and thrashing. Hence the face. If you'd seen her, I swear to God, the only thing you'd be thinking about right now is that I am nailing this impression. Said, I see you. It's the last thing she said to me. I see you. Not a statement of judgment or disappointment, just acceptance and the simple recognition of another person in a room. Hello there. You are a person, and I see you. Let me tell you, it's a weird thing to feel at 54 years old that for the first time in your life, your mother sees you. You are an object that has entered my field of vision. She was pretty out of it at the end there, so maybe it's dumb to try to attribute it to anything. Back in the 90s, I was in a very famous TV show called Horseman. Dad turned to ask the guy if he'd actually read the book and what he thought, but not looking where he was going, tripped over an exposed root and bashed his head on a rock. I wish I'd known to go to Jack in the Box then. Maybe I could have gotten a free churro. Would have been nice to have something to show. My entire life, I never heard her say a kind word to or about my father, but at his funeral, she said, my husband is dead and everything is worse now. I don't know why she said that. Or maybe she knew that he had frittered away all her inheritance and replaced it with crippling debt, which is a pretty shitty thing to leave your widow with. Maybe Mom knew she'd have to sell all her fancy jewelry and move into a home. Maybe that's what she meant by everything is worse now. Is that what you meant, Mom? I gotta say, I'm really carrying this double act. At least with Penn and Teller.
This is so stressful.
Last one. What's the difference between a first-year lit major and my mother, Beatrice Horseman? One is decently red, and the other is a huge bitch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I might have gone a little too far with that one. That one might have been a little too. My mom's a huge bitch for the room. I'm sorry, Mother. You're not a huge bitch. You were a huge bitch. Now you're dead. You know, the first time I ever performed in front of an audience actually was with my mom. She used to put on these shows with her supper club in the living room, and she used to make me sing the Lollipop song.
Oh no. The worst song ever.
Those parties, they were really something. There were skits and magic acts and ethnically insensitive vaudeville routines, and the big finale was always
Can't go wrong with the vaudeville.
My mother, she knew what it's like to feel your entire life like you're drowning, with the exception of these moments. These very rare, brief instances in which you suddenly remember you can swim.
It's kind of like the intro.
Yeah.
The last thing that my stupid brain could come up with before I died, won't they be sorry? Cool thought, brain. No, that wasn't it. Just dial it back, all right? I used to be on this TV show called Horsing Around. Seriously, though, hold your applause. Well held. It was written by my friend Herb Kazaz, who's also dead now, and it starred this little girl named Sarah Lynn.
Oh.
And it was about these orphans. Anyway, we did this one season finale where Olivia's birth mother comes to town. And she was a junkie, but she's gotten herself cleaned up and she wants to be in Olivia's life again. Sorry, spoiler alert for the season 6 finale of Horsing Around if you're still working your way through it. Anyway, the horse tries to warn her. Be careful. Moms have a way of letting you down. But Olivia... But I keep going back to that moment in the ICU when she looked at me and I see you. I see you. Jesus Christ. We were in the intensive care unit. She was just reading a sign. My mom died and all I got was this free churro. You know the
Just
shittiest thing
cry.
about
Can
all
you
this
just cry?
is when that stranger behind the counter gave me that free churro. That small act of kindness showed more compassion than my mother gave me her entire goddamn life. Like, how hard is it to do something nice for a person? This woman at the Jack in the Box didn't even know me. I'm your son. All I had was you. You know what it's like? It's like that show Becker, you know, with Ted Danson. I watched the entire run of that show, hoping that it would get better, and it never did. It had all the right pieces, but it couldn't put them together. And when it got canceled, I was really bummed out. Not because I liked the show, but because I knew it could be so much better, and now it never would be. And that's what losing a parent is like. It's like
Oh.
Becker. Suddenly, my mother is dead, and everything is worse now. Because now I know I will never have a mother who looks at me from across the room and says, BoJack Horseman, I see you.
Oh, man.
Well, no point beating a dead horse. Beatrice Horseman was born in 1938 and she died in 2018, and I have no idea what she wanted. Unless she just wanted what we all want. To be seen.
What the hell? Is this
Is
the wrong
this funeral
place?
parlor B?
Oh no! Oh my god!
Are we done with this?
Oh my god! No!
How long was this episode?
It feels like it was. Oh, well, there goes the makeup. Oh lord! Yo, you guys.
It was 20. That one went really quick.
Oh.
Holy cow! What an episode!
Jesus.
That's wrong. Oh man. Well, that's right. That's what the episode was. He delivers a eulogy at a funeral.
Well, there you go. There it is. But gosh darn, I was wondering. I'm like, how are they gonna keep this setting as it is for 25 minutes? Because it seemed like it was gonna be the whole time. But damn, his words.
Yeah.
I want to like shake the man's hand who wrote that little speech there.
Very relatable.
Yeah.
Very relatable. Well, God. Interesting. It started off with his dad and him in the car.
And his conversation talking so bad about his mother and his...
Wow, there's a lot to unpack. Let's see. I don't know. First, what an awesome episode, just because we were I feel like enthralled into what BoJack was talking about. I mean, the fact that you can just listen to someone talk for that long and not be bored.
Yeah, that's saying
It's
something.
a lot.
Gosh.
His jokes were really funny. I mean, I'd be laughing if I was there, but I didn't realize that he was 54.
The years have been going by. Because, like, I feel like or maybe in the beginning he was, like, in his late 40s.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's been some time. There's been some
so.
time jumps here and there.
I just feel for him.
Yeah. But this was... I'm glad he just talked it out. Obviously, in a funeral home, it's not the greatest place, but he was able to at least open up and just let it flow, regardless of what it was. If it was bad, good, he was talking about it and his experience with his mother and his dad too. But I wish he would have cried. I wish that he could have had that breakdown and just.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if it's possible.
I don't know. I mean, cause there's sadness though. It's just like he said. It's just like this need or want to be seen by my parents or my mom, and just like
it's there. I mean, that's forever. That feeling is gonna be there.
Yeah.
Forever. for him.
Yeah.
But what can you do? I mean, and he hasn't really, the thing is he hasn't gotten help.
No.
For
yeah,
this.
that's just what it is. He has not.
So that's the problem. The tools he needs. But what he said when he's going through is what a lot of us have went through or are going through. We're at, an age where our parents are getting older. And, I've definitely had, like, I think about that a lot. Like, I have, but I don't, it's really hard. You don't really know what to do.
When it comes to our parents.
When it comes to what kind of relationship can I possibly have that's going to be, like, healthy for me, for them and my kids. And when I see that, like, they're still stuck in their ways that are really unhealthy and really toxic and really, and they're never gonna see that.
Yeah, it's like, what do you do? I
can't do anything. And then, like, on top of it, like, I now, and I'm speaking on me, but I'm sure many other people suffer so much, just so much, that there's I have so much unnecessary suffering.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have this, but I do, and I now I have to go through it because of, like, my family or my parents. Even though they're victims, and it's like the same thing over and over. It's like, yep, it's a cycle. It gets passed down. It gets passed, like, the trauma keeps coming and keeps getting passed down. So and I just feel like there's a lot. I think that the reality is we all have pain and hurt from our parents and
whoever's
other
supposed to be
people who were supposed to be the people that protected us. Because when you're a child, all you have is your family.
Yes.
Your mom, your dad, or your grandma, your whomever.
Yeah.
So it's very tough when. Yeah, it's hard because, like, I'd want to go more into detail, and I know it's.
We just need to have freaking podcasts about this show specifically, because there's just so much to unpack on it. There's so much, and when you're talking about being a kid and influence, here we are sitting here staring at the picture of BoJack and his dad, and just, like, the sponges, he's absorbing this. You're dumb, you're stupid, your mother's a black hole that you chose to come out of, and it's just hard when you just don't come from a place of love, and this is all this kid has known.
Yep.
This is all he has known. Yep. Parents forget about him.
Yep.
Pick him up and it's his fault.
Yeah. And so then so going forward, when you become an adult, like BoJack is an adult.
Yeah.
How
it just depends on your support system.
Yeah.
When you're
well, it's just hard because, like, even from the last episodes, they keep talking about these these people who do these bad things, and then when do they get forgiveness?
Right.
And who are we to judge anyone else or whatever? But it's like, everybody that we have an issue with in this world, or we even ourselves, we're all literally products of trauma.
Yes.
So how can...
Or enabling. Some people, there's some people that everyone just said yes to them. Like, I can think of some...
that's trauma too. Like, that's all kind of...
You're right. Okay.
Like, there's all, like,
it's
different...
conditioning or something.
There's some things that are happening, like, like you said, children are sponges, so we pick up on things, and, like, so when you don't know, like, oh my God, the way he was talking about the whole growing up on TV shows and stuff, that was me. That's 100% me. I was, like, the kid who was stuck in front of the TV because that was what helped me.
Funny enough, Carolyn, Wanda.
Yes.
Like.
Yeah, and I have a lot of nostalgia. That's why with movies and stuff, I have a lot of, like, meaning to them. So when I, like, show them to my friends or my family, I'm like, it's a bigger thing for me
because it meant, like, so much for you.
It's how I learned stuff. Like, when I watched The Matrix for the first time, or in The Lord of the Rings, I was like, whoa, okay. So, like, maybe I can be special, or I have something I can bring. I don't know. But there's things that you learn from TV.
Yeah.
And so when he was saying that he learned these like grand gestures.
Yes.
The end of this episode, everyone's happy, they did this, but it's like the consistency that you have to in real life. There is a consistency that you have to do, and like others have to be consistent. So for me, it's not that I'm not consistent with love, but maybe I wasn't sure how others should be consistent with me to show me love, maybe like friends, people, like relationships and stuff like that. But like, what I guess what I'm trying to say is a lot of us are just people who we don't really know what we're doing. We're just here.
Yeah.
And we're trying to do the best that we can. And we maybe have more grace with people because we don't really know what they're going through.
And you know, he mentioned that too about, you know, maybe we should be more nicer to each other because this is going on and whatnot, which, you know, that's what an idea. You know, too bad he can't do it either. But again, he's come from this place, and
and that's why I keep saying, whoa, 54. And not to say that you're not able to get healing and change, but God, that's not easy.
It's not easy.
Like, at that age, it is really tough. It's gonna be a miracle if he can.
Like his mom will have to come back as an angel, like, I'm sorry, son.
Right.
Like something. But, you know, one of the last things I will say for this, and, you know, coming back to you saying, like, we've gone through this, like, how do we move forward with our family? What do we do? Like, how do we respond and stuff? And I think this is one of the biggest things that got me really into the LGBTQ community. Which is so silly. I remember watching RuPaul for the first time, the first season of his show, and them talking about or learning more about the drag community or gay community and how it's just like they have their own houses and stuff. So it's just like their families did not accept them. They left and they built their own families with these houses. And that's one thing I always think about, just like, and, you know, because I've talked with you before about, you know, like letting people go that are toxic in your life. And it's not that you don't love them or anything, but you know where you know your worth in a way, and you know you need to be somewhere where you're loved. Yeah. So I think I've been very envious almost of I don't want to, and I hope this doesn't come off rude for anyone who is, you know, part of the LGBTQ community, but it's just like they are able to take that hurt, find other hurt people, and create these beautiful houses where they support them 110%, you know, unapologetic who they are. And you get, and it's sad because sometimes you see more love in these communities than in your household with your family. And I think RuPaul always says, like, you get to choose your family. But, you know, that's coming from, you can find those support systems. BoJack never found a support system. It was always just people either using him or him thinking he can use them. So it's just like, unfortunately, he went down this hole of a black hole, essentially. But, you know, if you are in these places, you can find home is where you take it. Your family is where you make it. So it's just like, it's hard. And that's scary to think about, because it's like you have to kind of trust the universe or whatever. Like, I'll find someone who accepts me. It is. But
I didn't know that. Like, that's really a beautiful thing.
It's like, so, I mean, again, that's what I love. I mean, just anyone, just like, you say, fuck that. I'm not going to live with it. And some people do, and it works. I'm not, no ways right or wrong. But for those who are just like, I am actually not going to put up with this anymore. I'm going to leave this feeling, and I'm going to find people that love me. And there's been a lot of successful stories with that. But, you know, if only for BoJack. If only.
Well, I mean, he did. He went in the route of, I want all eyes on me. I want the love of audience.
Here you go to Hollywood, where you're learning these kind of toxic habits while you're young.
This is the perfect place for someone like BoJack to be in, because like, it's all about, it's all superficial, but it feels good. Like, at least someone cares. They see me. I'm being seen. It's so tough.
The world
What
stuff.
a beautiful episode.
I know.
Though.
Who would have thought?
Goodness.
We were just like free churro.
Churro.
Like I'm literally thinking the little sauce. You know who I'm talking about? Churro.
Yeah, I know who you're talking. And I think she might have had like a cameo.
I think she was in this at some point.
Yeah. No, that's so funny that it's literally the episode is that.
Yeah.
It's not. And it was at a random.
But that's so hard that he also relates this one act of kindness from this person is more love than I've gotten. That breaks my heart.
It is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking it was like from last episode too, where you're like, why do these parents, if only they just did this or showed love or this, but it's so hard even for them. Like they're trapped in their prison. Like his mom was trapped in a literal mental prison.
Yeah, that was the whole dementia thing. That's a different ballpark. But there are those shitty parents who on their deathbed will be like, I'm sorry for what I've done to you. And
because they're finally seeing some clarity probably.
But what he was saying, I forgot exactly his words, but it's almost like selfish, or just like that makes you even more of a shitty person because you know exactly what I needed, but you didn't want to say it to me until the last second on your deathbed when you're about to check out. Like it's closure, but it's just like
it sucks.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't feel good. It wouldn't. I don't know. Like because I feel like some people are suffering so deeply that and they don't know why they're suffering and because I've been reading this book. It's CPTSD. I told you about it. CPTSD, From Surviving to Thriving. It's I would recommend that to everybody to read that. But there's like things about like the outer critic and there's an inner critic. Yeah. And the outer critic is very interesting because it's very much, it points everyone else's flaws out. Mm-hmm. And so everyone pretty much has both going on at all times, probably, especially with more trauma that you had. But like for BoJack's mom, her outer critic was very loud. And she was like judging everybody else. But that's a form of, it's a defense mechanism. That thing is protecting her. Mm-hmm. And when you're in such a deep place like that, it's extremely hard to get out of it. Yeah. And so so I understand what you mean by like on the deathbed, that, and what BoJack said too, that being really like it's a slap in the face. But I don't think that they can. Like, I think even when I have conversations with my mom where it ends with me, like, being like, I gotta get off the phone. I have to get off the phone. I think it hurts her, too. Like, she doesn't mean to say, I don't what she's saying. But she doesn't know how else.
That's what she knows.
To do, what else to do. And then she's probably like, God, why does this keep happening to me? And I don't really know how to help her with that. And it's not my job, but like, so I really understand his mom thing. That is very close to home. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's beautiful though, and honestly, I hope this is still. I mean, I know this was back in 2008,
2018, so not so long.
Yeah,
ago.
so I mean, hopefully, it's just open. This show is being what it is, and more people are understanding. Seeing his story and be like, you know what, it's okay to open up. It's okay to get help.
Absolutely.
Because no one here has really gotten help yet. I can't think of any. Diane kind of, no.
They sort of, they went to therapy for like couples therapy.
Oh, right, but we actually haven't seen anyone in like actual therapy.
Or Diane does have a therapist. Because she was like, my therapist told me to go.
Yes, she got one recently.
Yeah.
Maybe
she's the only one, I think.
And she seems, we still have a long way to go with Diane, but it seems like she's, she's getting better because after the whole, Mr. Peanut Butter thing, going to Vietnam, that whole debacle and then coming back, it seems like she's obviously she's back in the world of Hollywood, but maybe she has a better grounding of herself.
Yeah,
I feel
it's gonna take time.
Yeah, we'll take lots of time.
Yeah, there's so much. It's just. Yeah, but she seems to be a little she's a little bit more stable.
Yeah, she's voicing her opinion a bit more and like sticking to it a bit more. Especially when she talked to that lady in the car.
Yeah, I know. Every time she in that dark car, and every time she gets in her car, she's really sad too. Because she's probably about to have like a heart to heart with herself.
That's like her safe space to like cry it out and just. Oh my gosh.
That girl.
And I'm like, oh, stupid. Okay.
Yeah, well, you know this was a great episode.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys watching. And,
Yeah.
you know, hopefully stick around for the conversation because obviously there isn't going to be a huge reaction when we're listening.
Right.
So,
that was a lot of sitting around, but
I think that's with BoJack. That's people are here for the discussion.
Yeah.
And we didn't realize also how big this show is for a lot of people. Like we've noticed in the comments that people are really happy that we're doing this too.
Yeah,
like,
this is a show that I didn't expect the audience to be as passionate.
Yeah.
Or just, you know,
yeah.
open.
Yeah.
Even. So
very open
thanks
people,
everyone.
Very supportive.
Yes.
Very obviously we're all here together.
We're all in this together.
That third movie needs to our reaction will come out soon too. Guys.
And on that note.
And on that we will go. But thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
This was a good episode. But God, it's emotional.
I know it's the tears, the makeups, whatever.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
Bye.